Artem Lobov, thanks for joining me here on this SBG Open Day. First of all, before we get really into it, when you look at this facility, look at where you started, what do you feel when you look at this place?
I feel proud, I'm proud that I was part of this journey, that John was on, It's absolutely incredible. We've come from absolutely nothing to absolutely everything, to this monster. It's beautiful, it's amazing. But the main thing is the essence hasn't changed, you know what I mean? Back in the day, the main thing was there was a group of guys that were true fighters that wanted to fight, that pushed each other, and that core group, that essence is still here, but now we just do it in this beautiful facility, which of course is incredible.
As a fighter, when you come into a place like this, I think there's something to be said for a gritty gym, but when you come into a place like this, is it easy to be inspired? Is it easy to come and work out? You've got these world-class facilities here. Is it just makes it comfortable, right?
Absolutely, yeah. And to me, it's really easy because to me, this is my home. I've spent more time in here than I do at home. So to me, this is the house, this is the home. So, I come here, I just feel refreshed, I feel great, I'm full of energy, full of motivation every time I walk through those doors. And, find out for yourself, try it out. Just come in here once, check it out, and you will feel the energy too.
That's the pitch, guys. Come and sign up. Back to you. This is the first time we've spoken since your bare knuckle fight with Paulie Malignaggi, which you won. I think that was a great night, probably one of the biggest fights of the year, judging by the numbers and stuff. How do you feel now with that in the books? Did you get the pay that you wanted? Was it as big an event as you wanted? Was it everything you dreamed of going into that?
Yeah, it was an incredible event, like you said, it felt that way, that was so big, anywhere I looked, people were talking about it. And on the night as well, the atmosphere was great, the pay-per-view numbers were great as well. So, everything was good, and most importantly, I got the win, I've heard that he hasn't stopped complaining, but if he wants another go, I would be more than willing. Let's do it again. He can try it again. I wouldn't mind getting my hands on him and giving a few more digs. It's something that I don't think I would ever get sick of. So why not? Let's do it. Or if he doesn't want to do it in the bare knuckle, we can do it straight up boxing. Why not? Maybe me and him could be another fight. This time a real fight on the the Paul?
Logan Paul and KSI.
Logan Paul, KSI. Card. I've heard there's some boxers on that as well. That card is making a lot of noise, and they need some real fight, some legit fight. And me and Paulie would be, that fight. We could box on that card easily. Why not?
I think that sounds pretty good. Eddie Hearn should be giving you a call. Is it, if that fight doesn't happen on the KSI card, is it a bare knuckle fight next for you?
Yeah, I think most likely, not even most likely, I will be fighting either end of November or early December, and it will be bare knuckle. All the details will be released very soon because we're still working at the moment on where it's going to take place. We're trying very hard to make it in Boston. I would absolutely love to put on a show for the Irish Americans. What a great city that is. And I have already a few of the Irish fighters in mind that could share the card with me, and we would absolutely sell it out, blow the roof off the place, and it would be incredible. So I truly hope that the commission in Boston approves it and allows us fighters put on a great show for the fans to enjoy this beautiful show, and all of us as well, fighters, be able to feed our families. So hopefully, Boston Athletic Commission, come on, get it done.
As far as opponents go, I mean, there's obviously... the Paulie rematch could happen. I don't know if he wants to bare knuckle box again, although he did offer Conor out the other day, said he wants a winner-take-all Conor fight in a bare knuckle, which is a very Paulie thing to do. But then I saw Brad Pickett called you out. That could be an English versus Irish-Russian thing. That could be fun. Or obviously the Jason Knight rematch is there. Anything that stands out to you?
I don't absolutely. I mean, Jason Knight, I promised him a rematch. I shook his hand and I said, listen, I promise you that I will give you a rematch. And I have 100% intentions of keeping that promise. So in that sense, he is the number one guy in my mind. But of course, if there was some big fight that was bigger than that, I don't mind taking a little deviation, maybe fight somebody else. Because at the end of the day, even for my and Jason fights, that's only going to do it better because the more noise I'm making now, the bigger the name gets, the bigger our rematch is going to be, and the more money we will get. So, we will see what happens.
Will we ever see you back in MMA?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm actually in talks with some of the MMA promotions already. I'm always on the lookout for fights. I love all fights, and MMA is my bread and butter. This is where I started, and I for sure want to go back in there. Not sure exactly when yet, but I'd say within a year I will have done a boxing, bare knuckle, and MMA fight.
Yeah, they're getting all the bases. Actually, I was in Abu Dhabi recently, and a friend of yours, Rivera, was on the card. Is that still a fight you're after?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a fight that I would want as well. I mean, obviously he's in the UFC now, and you know I'm not, so our paths are not going to cross maybe immediately, but you know it's something that I would definitely do. And you know after his performance last time, I messaged Sean Shelby and I said, look, if you will give me a one fight deal against Rivera, I'm willing to fight for free. He said, look, I hear you. I'm not sure what that means, you know, whether he's going to consider it or not. But if they gave me a one-fight deal, I would fight him for free, no problem. And the reason I say that, it would be crazy of me to sign an exclusive deal with the promotion now when I've got so many other opportunities lined up. You know, I'm talking seven-figure paydays already in boxing world. You know what I mean? I've just had I made nearly $500,000 in the bare knuckle fight, you know, so there's so many opportunities, so I don't want to be signed up with just exclusively one. You know, I want to work with everybody. And I think I'm one of the guys that could do that. You know, I always, I never pull out, I always never miss weight, I accept the fight against anybody on the shortest of notices. I make myself, I make it enjoyable to do business with me. And I truly hope that I will be able to work out deals with different promotions where I don't do an exclusive contract with them, but instead I'm allowed to, you know, fight other promotions. You know, so hopefully I can do something like that.
There you go. Business lessons from the Russian Hammer. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you so much.